The great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport, Soldier Field in Chicago. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here between the Brooklyn Bulls taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but you can see it in their body language. This is not a team that is organized and been ready to play.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors. And this is what every one of these guys waits for each and every week, CD, that moment of anticipation just before the game begins.
I know most of these guys have played well over 100 games dating back to their high school days. Imagine that number if you go all the way back to the Little League type of ball. But that excitement before a game, it never gets old. They all know how to channel it once they actually kick this one off, though.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticism. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit.
Okay, break.
Throwing on first down. Brown. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you know.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was...
Oh, the pressure comes and it's blocked. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. An early special teams wake-up call there, their first drive, and they have the punt blocked.
And obviously they were giving the ball up, but that's not the way it's supposed to conclude. That ball's supposed to be downfield, better field position for your defense to work off of. Instead, you've given up a momentum play, and now you've got the other side excited.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side. They juked him. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Brown. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Play action. Brown. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Brown. And he's got it. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Now Mike Vrabel going to tell the offense to go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. On 1st down, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position. And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Brown rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Robinson. Touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Khalil Herbert to return. And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brown. This will be caught at about the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before half. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Bijan Robinson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bulls continue to pull away here in this first half. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Samuel. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Fields on first down. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. A shotgun snap, Fields. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. Able to slither by. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Here we go. Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Looking to throw on second down, Fields. Dancing to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Here comes the Bears punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Are you serious?
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do?
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. To throw on third down, Brown. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
All right. All right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
More of the motion man right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. 2nd and 11 at the 41. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here we go,
2nd and 11 now. To throw is Fields. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Here's Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Holding, offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 44 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He was brought down there by Julian Love.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Fields. He'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a 2nd and 6. Herbert powering up the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. From the gun, here's Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Robinson with another carry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Bolton.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the right side, he's got Parker. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Robinson up the middle. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And quickly they get to the line.
An 8-yard pickup. And Brooklyn.
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on first down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw